Hello, my name is Howard Butler, and today we're going to be talking about Storage Performance Deployment Plan for Diskeeper and V-locity from Conducive Technologies. Now, we're going to start out with, you probably have a combination of this type of environment. Maybe you just have a portion of it or the entire thing. But let's just start out and talk about physical servers. Now, with physical servers, you might have direct attached storage, you could have SAN, you could have NAS, and so forth. But all the storage, all the data that's being referenced by these physical servers do need to be optimized. And the solution for that is Diskeeper. You also will have a number of workstations, laptops, associated devices that are connected in your network that are either working with local attached storage to that portable device or that workstation, or it's communicating back to the storage at the server level. In each case, though, each individual workstation, laptop also needs to be taken care of from an optimization standpoint, and Diskeeper would also be your product in that regards. Now, moving on into a virtualized space, you probably have either VMware or you have Microsoft Hyper-V, you may even have a Citrix Zen server, but all of the virtualized type platforms also need to be optimized, regardless of whether the storage is down here at some type of SAN environment and so forth. But where our product fits in is that in, let's say, a Microsoft Hyper-V environment, our product fits in both at the Hyper-V Windows server to optimize and make efficient use of the VMDK file that's created, but also where does the I/O begin its journey? The I/O starts at the virtual server level. That's where your applications launch an I/O request. So every I/O request that comes from the virtual server that goes to the host system that then has to come around full circle to whatever type of physical storage needs to be optimized. So we'll put the V-locity product, Hyper-V, for the host system onto each of the Microsoft Windows Hyper-V hosts. V-locity guest goes onto each of the virtual Windows computer systems, as well as the servers and workstations, to ensure that you have optimum I/O responsiveness. As we move on to other type of virtual platforms, such as VMware, where you have an ESX or an ESXi host system, we're not so much concerned with the storage at the VMDK level, but each of the virtual servers, again, just like in the Microsoft environment, is where your application lives and breathes. This is where the I/O request is generated by your application and passed on to Windows. So anything that is done at the virtual level needs to have V-locity guest. Start out with the V-locity guest system on each of the virtual machines, whether they be servers or workstations. And again, this will optimize and handle the I/O traffic that goes to whatever type of storage. In addition, we have a V-locity host agent. And this sits right here. It installs on a Windows platform. Its purpose in life is to discover and look for any type of special type of disk structure, such as a clone or linked clone type of device. These devices, you typically do not want to have any defrag being done, but you certainly want to prevent the fragmentation from occurring in the first place. And as a result, we have the capability to detect those special devices and communicate to the V-locity guest to ensure that the proper configurations are put in place. So with that being said, the final piece of the puzzle has to do with the Diskeeper administrator, because this is what ties it all in and allows you to handle such tasks as deployment, configuration, reporting, and license tracking. So thank you very much. We'll see you next time.